Good morning, everybody. A little bit late, but good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our show. Uh, hello. Welcome to our show, Latino Psychic Visions. And this mug's for you, meaning the coffee mug, which my coffee got cold. But anyway, hope everybody had a good week. A lot of stuff has been coming out that myself and Richard and everybody predicted with me. And it was one of those kind of deals that, you hear it and it goes like, and then you hear. So it's going to be one of those kind of days. And here we are today. We'll feed the ducks today. Drop the body of my hair. And let's see who gets honorable mention. And that goes to Jose Vasquez. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Herbie Lopez. And let's see who else do we have on here. Sandra Dole, good morning. And you were the other one that I was going to mention. Thanks to your help. Let's see who else is here. John Davis, good morning, buddy. It's been a while. Good to see you on. Is that music on too loud, everybody? Let me know if it is. Hi, Annie. Good morning. There's Auntie Rhea, everybody. I'm waiting for Richard to come on because I got to ask him something. Bobby Joe Chalene, good morning. Sandra Belfaz, good morning. Okay, Sandra, thank you. Thank you, Herbie. Kathy Little, good morning, dear. Good to have you with us. As you know, this has been a crazy week, folks. Man, it's just one of those deals. You try to keep up with it. And yes, we're going to do this, but no, we're going to do that. But no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. It's like, man, make up my mind, will you please? It's so confusing. But we had to keep going. It is what it is. We keep on going. I told my honey, this thing is getting to be too much for me. And so she said, no, don't cut it yet. Oh, boy. Okay, Bobby Joe, you go ahead. She's going to switch to YouTube. She did. Good for you. It's like the big jump. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. And this number one ridiculous weather that we're having, holy moly. We're up in the 70s, then we're down in the 40s. Pinguini, get out of that food, boy. Look at that little brat. Mama spanked you, didn't she? Dawn, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Hope you had a good day or a good week, good weekend, all that good stuff. A lot of good, huh? Carla Mario, good morning. Yeah, please. Everybody, Dawn is getting ready to celebrate her birthday today. A couple of days early, but hey, who doesn't like a party? Well, honey, when you get my age, your party goes down, you know. By the way, today is the March. In case anybody does not know, it is the No Kings March. I believe it's going to be at the Capitol, or no, here in Minnesota, it's going to be from Harriet Island, and it's going to end up at the Capitol, which I cannot wait to see the crowds, you know. And believe it or not, in Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen, not too far from us, well, somewhat far, but across across the St. Croix River, we have special guests that are going to be here in town. The number one, Jane Fonda, who's going to be with us, and it's going to be open air concert thing. The boss, Bruce Springsteen's going to be in St. Paul at the Capitol. And, you know, everybody always says Minneapolis, St. Paul. No, it's St. Paul, Minneapolis. The Capitol is in St. Paul. So get it right, people. And the reason they say that, honey, because the Doppler radar that a lot of weathermen refer to is in Minneapolis at KSTP, right in the back. So they go Minneapolis, St. Paul, and they're the ones that started that. No, it's St. Paul, Minneapolis. Just a little brief, you know. But anyway, the boss is going to be here, Bruce Springsteen, and also Joan Baez is going to be here. Cecilia Aguilar, I think I saw your name going by. And who else did I see? Really, come on. Yeah, Cecilia Aguilar. Sam Johnson, good morning, buddy. See who else. Noe Garza, good morning. Hope the family's doing good, Noe. But from what I was told, that all those festivities, when they finally have the march, all of that outdoor concert thing is going to start at 2:00 in the afternoon. I would have loved to have been one of the guys who back up the boss. That would have been cool. There's Richard. Good morning, Richard. I wanted to ask you, Richard, where did you get your information from? What news source? Oh, there's my other daughter. Hi, Cam. My daughter, Cameo, everybody. And there's my buddy, Bill Spalding. Good morning, Billy. Good to see you. Who's this? Oh, that's Lisa Cantu. Good morning, Lisa. I can't see what kind of angel you have on there. You said something angel. Oh, it's my cousin Agna. Good morning. I thought it was Lisa. Sorry. Ronnie Huff, good morning, dear. News break. Okay. Belinda De Leon, good morning. Now, everybody so far, so you know, according to what Richard told me, he said, and I knew this was what it was, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was, okay? He says the white plague, they're calling it the white plague, is on the rise in U.S. It's deadlier than COVID, and becoming antibiotic resistant. I knew it was something, and I kept saying, put your mask back on because I knew it was going to. And just so you guys know, there's also another alert that came out that they're saying, you know how we said the 3 days of darkness, right? Well, there was one that I saw that says 90 days of darkness. And they're also saying March 31st. So I would say March 30th to do what I'm going to tell you. On March 31st, they said to seal your doors, okay? And if you have leaky windows, seal them. They said because they don't want you to have any of the air, to get any of the air in the house from outside. Because apparently something's going on. I don't know what. But they told me, I got a call the other day, that down south, and my friends called me in San Antonio, they said something's in the air down there. So they said it on the south end, south of the United States, that something's going to be floating around. So it's, this is really sad, really, really sad that stuff like this has to go on. Because I've been saying it since we did the show. We are just pawns in a chess game. That's all we are. Apparently, we don't matter. And hopefully by all the marches today throughout the United States, that's going to help. Yeah, Sandra, chemicals. I think I've always said when I had to go play in 2020 for New Year's Eve, it was 2019 going into 2020. We were walking into the bar to set up, and I told Faye, I said, something's in the air. I don't know what it is. Something's in the air. And I got real sick, and I ended up getting COVID twice. So all I can say is please, everybody, please, especially my kids, please, please, please spread the word. And seal your doors and windows. And let Dad know that everything's okay. It's just kind of spooky how they play games with our lives, It's a sad thing. Sandra, what about Samsung? What's that about? Denise, good morning. Oh, I see. Okay, your phone's messing up. Vicky Peaster, good morning. Linda Root, good morning. You haven't been on for a while, Linda. Good to see you on. And Vicky, I hope Eric's with you. And Quentin, where's my buddy Quint? And Sophia, where's Sophia? I gotta keep an eye on everybody. But, understand this, everybody. Please understand this. I'm not one, like what they call a fearmonger. No. My gift is to inform you of something that's coming, because I see way in advance. And Richard got the newsreel. It's something I've been saying for the longest time. And it's coming, folks. So brace yourselves. Please, once again, I will tell you, on March 31st, but I would do it on the 30th, at night. Please seal your doors and windows. If you have a leaky window, seal that one for sure. We got a couple of them. Because there's going to be something in the air. And that the people that are saying it said they don't like what it is. Now, I said this, and I told Faye this. It was just a conversation between Faye and I. I said, what happens if they do a missile that has a nuclear missile and it has chemicals in it the gases. I said, it only takes one, and it'll create so much havoc. And I'm hoping that's not the case, but we don't know. Okay, I want to go back and say hello. Hey, Wild Bill, what's going on, bud? And Helen, how are you? Helen, good morning. Oh, I got a call yesterday, everybody. A guy called me up at like 9:45, and he said, "Is this a psychic?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "The last I looked at was." He goes, "Well, I want to talk to you about my chick." I said, "Where are you calling me from?" He goes, "El Paso, Texas." I went, "Oh, I know where that is." I said, "Man," I said, "You know what?" I said, "I don't do relationships because I don't want to get into all that stuff because he said this and he said that." No. But I told the guy, I said, "But I'm getting somebody named Eddie around you." I said, "I speak to the other side. I speak to the dead." And he goes, "No, dude, that's not what I call it." I said, "Well, I get this. This is what I do." And I said, "I get somebody named Eddie." I said, "Is there an Eddie around you?" He goes, "Yeah, that's my carnal." I said, "There's something about his stomach. I'm getting his stomach." And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Is he still alive?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "What's the deal with his stomach?" He goes, "He got shot. He got shot in the stomach." And I said, "He still complains about it, right?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "There's something else wrong in there. He needs to go back." I said, "Plus that." I said, I said, "Your mom's still with us?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "I'm getting mom's head." He goes, "Yeah, she gets a lot of headaches." I said, "Take her to the doctor." And I said, "I'll give you one more." I said, "I'm getting your hand or your finger." He goes, "Wow, dude." He goes, "I broke my finger." So I said, "There you go. That's what I do." He goes, "Wow, man." He goes, "I don't know what to say." He goes, "But at least he knows what I do." You're getting up at 3:00, Richard, because you're being summoned by the spirits, okay? A lot of us wake up at 3:00, okay? Oh, there's my Sophia. Hello, honey. I know Quint's with you, too. If you wake up at 3:00, it's because the spirits, like, they want to talk to you. That's their time. A lot of times they're trying to get you to connect with them, okay? And you start hearing voices and all that. And that could be because you are becoming intuitive, okay? You need to, like, either say, "Yes, I'll do this." Once you do it, you devote yourself to the Lord. If you don't, then don't even bother. You say, "Yes, I'll do it," or you say, "No, leave me alone. I don't want this." So, cheers, everybody. I hope this, I hope this one thing is that when we do the show, that this information that I give you guys is good information and you heed the warnings, A lot of you get on and hear your name and then you get off. What is that? I might have a message for you in the beginning and then one towards the end of the show. So that's why I say, once you log on, stick with the show until we're done. Because something comes up. It never fails. Debbie MacArthur, good morning. And say hi to my buddy Lore and my sweetie Donnell. Yes, there you go, Richard. The angels are trying to talk to you. So you have to either accept your gift or put it on the shelf, I'll tell you what, for 22 years and a couple of days, in fact, for 22 years, it's changed my life dramatically. I mean, just like a whole big turnaround. And I love my life now. There's my buddy Tina. How are you, Tina? I hope you slept good. And let me tell you, Tina, those enchiladas, oof. Both me and Faye, every bite going, oh, that was a good plate, let me tell you. Denise, that's okay. You can always catch up. Everybody, you can always catch up on our shows. Just go to YouTube and put Roger Garza Sr., SR for Senior, and then Psychic. And you'll get on and you'll be able to watch any of our shows. We've done a lot of shows, let me tell you. There's my buddy. How you doing, Eric? No White Castle. I bought some White Castles there the other day, but I had to get them frozen. Mary Lucia, good morning. So, I'm going to just put this out there the way I get it, okay? Because I'm picking it up right now. This music, I got to lower down this music some more. Well, not that low. Okay. I don't know who this is, but somebody to me burned their hand. It could be on the stove. It could be a frying pan they grabbed or something, but I get a burned hand. Good morning, Quinn. It's my buddy. Eric says his knee hurts a little bit. Buddy, wait till you get my age. Then you got bone to bone. And that hurts. Anyway, is there anybody out in the audience right now who burned their fingers, burned their hands, something on a stove, a pan, something? I get a hand burn, like, ow! Well, Eric, you said he had surgery on Tuesday. You know what they say? Put your best foot forward. Anybody at all? I know I'm picking it up. It could have been like, I'm not saying today, it could have been real quick. No, honey, that's way back when. Sorry, cuz that's too far back. This is not too long ago. I would say within the last 2 weeks. Okay, Carol says she burned her wrist weeks ago. Let's see what Noe's saying. Me. Okay, Noe, describe what happened. Did you burn your hands or your fingers? Because that's the way I'm getting it, Carol. The hand or the fingers. Yesterday. Okay. That's why I said it within 2 weeks. Okay, what I'm getting, hey, cuz, there's my cousin Danny. Good morning, good morning. Noe, what I'm getting, please be careful of a fall. Okay? The side of her finger, not too bad. Okay, but I still get the burn. Okay? Please be careful. There's something like, man, this is weird. I see like you're either going to faint or you're going to trip and fall to the left. So please be very careful, okay? Maria, that to me has to do, Are you getting arthritis in your hand? Randy Secord, good morning, buddy. Let me go on too. Somebody in, I'm picking up, okay? You guys know how weird I am. Somebody, hi, mama. This is my kitty. Somebody that's watching has to constantly clear their throat. You know? There's something in there. I want to say it's an infection. If you're getting pain within your throat area, okay, please do not ignore this. To help it, I'm not saying I'm a doctor, understand that, but to help it, do the salt thing I told you, half a teaspoon of salt with a little bit of water. It's going to alleviate the pain, but it's not going to cure it. You need to go in there because you need antibiotics for the infection. No, Faye doesn't want me to shave, Randy. Oh, I hope everybody shared the show, put the thumbs up. Now, I'm going to show you how you do that. Go to the beginning, you'll see the line that goes across like that. Go to the right and put the thumbs up. Go to the left and hit the subscribe button, okay? So that when every time that we're on, you'll always get a notice. No, Sandra, that's too far back. But honey, Maria, doesn't your mom have arthritis in her hands? I thought she did. Okay, I'm getting somebody on the other side. This pertains to someone. Now listen to this carefully, okay? This is an old car from the 40s or the 50s. It was a convertible. And I think in the 40s they didn't make convertibles. Oh, yes, they did. I'm going to go in the close to the early 50s. And it was a convertible. And in this convertible, I'm going to go with either a tan car or yellow. Not real bright yellow. It's like a dull yellow. It's kind of tannish type. To me, this person rolled over and passed at that car accident, but is related to somebody watching the show. And like I said, you guys know how weird I am. I do a lot of stuff, but this is what I'm picking up. It's an old relative that passed in around the 50s or 60s that rolled over in a car that was a convertible. So if you have that, please let me know because they're coming through to say hi. Good morning, Rachel. Good to see you, dear. I hope Niall's with you. Nobody at all that can remember a car accident that far back? It could have been like Uncle so-and-so. Now, I don't know, Richard, if this pertains to you, our buddy Richard Dearden. I don't know if it pertains to you because I keep hearing the name Richard. I don't know if the guy who died in the accident was named Richard or if he's calling out to you, Richard. No, we're not going to do a scam call right now. We're busy. your scam calls, and it's Saturday. Okay, let me see what's on here. Ronnie says not me. Okay. Nancy Moreno, good morning. Just so you guys know, okay, I'm picking up this person that died in a rollover accident with a convertible car. It's kind of either tan fenders or yellow. I keep seeing red too. I don't know if it's a red door, a red hood, but I see like two-tone. And this person is coming through to say hello. Oh, wow. We'll just move on, okay? But if it comes up to somebody, please let me know. Man, starting to look like a lawyer. And I would make a good one too because I know a lot about law. I have someone that restored old cars. Honey, what you know what year the convertible was? And was it the colors that I mentioned? Like a beige and red or a real light yellow and red? Jamie Call, good morning. Now, here's the thing so you guys know. A lot of you will get on and say, no, he's not talking about me, and then you get off. What if I have something for you? This is why I say from the very beginning, you log on, stay with me, because something could come up for you. It happened last week. And I said, I got something for so-and-so. They weren't around. They heard their name and they took off after that. Angie Benson. Well. Good to see you on. Gloria, good morning. Let's see. I'm looking. Chula Vista, California. Oh, cool. With my granddaughter, Christina. Well, good morning to everybody in Chula Vista. I have family in San Luis Obispo, I think it is. Yes, Angie, everything is very well. Thank you. But a lot of stuff is going on, Angie. A lot of stuff. And, every time I get something from somebody else and it doesn't pan through, it makes me look bad. But it's not me, okay? I'm just passing along what I get. But when I do my readings, I know I'm right, Candace Ness, where's your picture? What happened? But anyway, good morning. Katie Johnson, good morning. Who's out there? Oh, both of them? Come on, boys. What are you doing, you little turd? Huh? What are you doing? It's a boy. It's a Jenny boy. Oh, man. I know you don't have one on YouTube. They're not too hard to put on there, Candace. The only reason I go on the lives here is normally Facebook. Yeah, but Facebook has been having like hackers and it's a bunch of junk. So anyway, I'm glad that you're here. Now, I don't know how you can prepared for this, but I've been saying this all along for the longest. In fact, I've been saying it since 2009 on my radio show. We need to be prepared somewhat of an invasion. Okay? That's the only way I can say it. I can't say the other stuff. There is so much going on right now that Maria, is that Uncle Bob's car? That's a nice car. But it's older than that. The car is older than that. Tina says she burned her thumb a couple minutes ago. Well, I'll give you the same advice that I gave Noe. Please be careful not to fall to your left. You're either going to faint or you're going to fall. You're going to trip and then fall to your left. So please be careful. All right, Maria. I like the car, though. It's a nice car. What's her name, Gloria? Please put her full name under. And hello once again to all the family in Chula Vista. I got a lot of friends in East Los, all over California, going up to Oregon too. No, honey, this one's like a tan or a light yellow with either a red door or a red hood. It's weird, but like a maroon hood, you know, like that. All right. I want to keep on going. You guys know every week when I'm staring at the computer is because I'm going up and down and looking at names, okay? Christina Thomas. Okay, I got it. I got to go to Jose Vasquez. Jose, do you have something when you're coming into, I'm going to go to the side door. Is there like a placa or something on top of it? Like on my door, I have the Virgin Mary made out of metal, and I have her above my door. Somebody wants you, one of your ancestors wants you to put something above the door. It's for protection, they're telling me. I don't know if you already have that, but just so you know. I'm also picking up somebody who, before they passed, had a stroke. The arm was bent up. And they had the stroke for a while, and then they passed. I'm going to go with a man. This is a guy to me. Was this anybody's relative that had a stroke and the hand was bent up and the arm, and then they passed? Okay, gotta go down to the bottom. Candace says her grandpa. Does the name either Reggie or something having to do with royal? Royal. Jose, that's good. But please put one above the door, okay? His name was Rudolph. They called him Rudy. Okay. Why do I get Royal? Royal. John Burbeck, good morning. John, didn't you go to Humble? And your sister? Wind chimes are good because to me, and this is what I've learned too, they say that wind chimes keep away the evil. So does a line of salt at every door, on the outside. What's the matter, Pops? Okay, Maxie, now you can get in your bed. Okay, just please mark it down, Candace, okay? I'm also hearing, Candace, I'm hearing the name Kathleen. I don't know if that was your grandpa's or your grandma's name or somebody, because the way I'm hearing it is Aunt Kathleen. Okay. Okay, Sandra, it's good to have, believe me. Ronnie, is your sister still with us? But I'm hearing it this way, Ronnie. Aunt, like Auntie Kathleen. They're saying Aunt Kathleen. You get away from Kitty. That's Daddy's kitty. Okay, she's still with us. Okay. Ronnie, I hate to ask you this, but do you know if she had a stroke? If she drags one leg? It's not really dominant, but you can tell that she drags the leg or the foot. I can't. That's not fair. He can't get up here. No. Okay, then it's not yours then, Ronnie. We don't want to put that on your sister, so. Who's doing the laughing one? The laughing emojis. There's nothing to laugh about on this show. Unless I crack a joke. Everybody will tell you I'm very real to what I get. Okay, Candace said her grandpa dragged his leg. Okay. But I'm also getting Kathleen, Aunt Kathleen. I don't know where that comes in from, but it's there. Oh, Randy, that was you? Okay. You know what this show is about, Rand. By the way, how's your shoulder? Okay, getting back. Wow. What happened to our numbers, everybody? You're supposed to share the show. Oh yeah, I have to babysit while I do this. Okay, now who's this? Ruben, that's you. I know it is. Good morning, buddy. Yeah, but honey, did Ed Katie have a stroke? Did she drag a leg or a foot? And she's the one sister that I never met. Ruben, I'm gonna go to you real quick. Is Mary still getting those headaches? Thank God. Okay, honey, that's a little bit of homework for you. I mean, John Beron, good morning. You're okay, bud. You're not late. How's my sweetie doing, Rosie? Okay, Candace, have a good day, okay? She's got to go to work, everybody. Everybody, let's say goodbye to Candace. Not too many names on today because that's why not a lot of stuff isn't coming out. I'm gonna go to Angie. Do you by chance or did you by chance hurt what we you know how we got what we call our wings in the back? I'm getting one of your wings was hurt. Or you got a scar on your back. Becca, good morning. Good to see you. I'm going up and down on names, everybody. Yeah, I know the feeling, the suffering of the allergies. Everybody, my daughter even said, Dad, why do you sound like you got a cold? I said, I don't know. Allergies? Hello, Niall. Good morning. They're showing the protest? Man, I can't see that. Okay, Angie, remember, I'm getting that. It's in the back, like the wing area. Either there's a scar there or something. I don't want to say broke, but hurt real bad. Like me, I fell off the stage and I ended up hurting both of my wings. Good morning, Lori. Good to see you. Yeah, I figured you're right, honey. It seems like a lot of people are going to the march today. But anyway, we want to pray for those that are marching today so nothing happens to them. Because a while back I got a vision that they opened up, with machine guns and that. And I don't know if some of you caught this. It was on a reel that there was some ice guys that had gone to like a outdoor festival of some kind or something. And this one guy came out of nowhere and just boom, he decked one of the ice guys. And then so that guy, they helped him up. And the next thing you know, here comes this big crowd going after the ice guys. And I'm going, wow, this is crazy. I knew that was going to happen because I saw it. Tiffany Larson, good morning. Angie, don't you think it's the shift? Because there's a shift in the earth right now, and we've been going through that. Vicky says, I woke up to Mama, it was my daughter who passed. It was definitely her. Vicky, I get that she's trying to warn you of something, and she takes me to water. I don't know what this is about. But she's taking me to water like a stream that goes fast, but she keeps saying, look. I don't know. I like that, Sandra. Sandra says, so you know, Angie, the divine frequencies are updating your frequencies. That's cool. I like that. Because I'm going, there's times that I'm like discombobulated, like what the hell's going on? And I know it's the shift, Bobby Joe says, this has been going on for a few years now. I do hear people talking often, and when this happens, I have other things happening too. Vicky, I don't know, all she keeps saying is this stream, and she goes, look. I don't know what you wanted me to look at. But to me, it's a warning. So I don't know if you live by a stream or, if you're going camping or something, please make sure everybody's close by you. But I don't advise taking Eric, because he ain't going to be doing any hiking at all, buddy. Well, Christina, good morning. Richard. Okay, I'm going to put this up for Richard. Anybody want to help? I'm getting the name either Sally or Sarah. Is that my twin brother, Joe? Joe Cardenas, good morning. Is that you, Jojo? Him and I used to hang around, and everybody thought we were twin brothers. Bobby, if the spirit guides have been connecting with you, then you better answer them and start shifting that way, okay? If you want to. A lot of times people, no, I don't want this. Tell them to leave me alone. No, you tell them. It could be a spirit guide, yes, Carol. But I get the name of Sarah or Sally. And Richard said he doesn't know anybody with that name. It's really weird because they give me names, and next thing you know, the person goes back and looks into their family tree and all that. Boom, there's a name. There's my cousin Chicho. Good morning, cuz. Well, I gotta ask you a question, cuz. Who's better, you or Little Guino? Because I heard you both played. You're both good. Almost as good as I am. Asito. No, I started out as a drummer, but my legs don't do it anymore. Janine Williams from Australia. Good afternoon or good early morning. Good to see you, dear. Okay, Richard says that might be the guide, Sarah. I don't know, buddy, but I heard Sarah or Sally. And to me, it's the same name, so. Okay. Vicky, who had the 2 MRIs? I'm allergic to that contrast stuff. Oof. Almost died in that tube one time. Almost drowned on my own upchuck. Don't want to go through that no more. No more. Okay, they didn't tell you anything, Vicky. They're telling me they're normal. Your MRIs, okay?
Hey.
Mama's got your nine. Mama got your nine. I got my little guy right here. Linguini. Tiffany Larson, who is Ryan? Give me his full name. And you guys know I don't like to do relationship stuff, but I'll help you. That song was driving me nuts. Holly Orpin, good morning. Angie, you're welcome, dear. Primo Chicho, is there something wrong with your stomach, or have you been going to the doctor because of your stomach? I'm going to the left side. Once again, that I got everybody here right now. The word is going around right now. Richard gave me this one this morning, that there is a white plague. It's worse than COVID, and it's immune to antibiotics. So please stay out. Wear your mask again. That's number one. As you know, what I've been saying, everybody, tomorrow is supposed to start the 3 days of darkness. But then I saw another thing that said it could be 90 days of darkness. And I'm going like, Ali, come on. So it's 3 days of darkness. No electricity, no water, no nothing. Remember this. And you got to go back to the old primitive ways to cook and all that stuff. Another thing, they are saying, I don't know if it's because of this COVID thing that's floating around, but I know down south they're saying it's really hitting hard down there. But they're asking everybody on the 31st of this month, the 31st, what is it, Monday, I think it is? Please, no, it's Tuesday. Please seal up your doors, they're saying, because they don't want you to get any of the outside air into your house. Okay? Why did they call it the White Plague? I don't know. Richard, can you answer that? I had COVID twice, and so did Faye. I mean, it's an ugly thing. But remember this, folks. If you start coughing, don't let it go on. Half a teaspoon of salt with little sips of water to get it further down. Within 10 to 20 minutes, you should stop coughing. Mind you now, that's not the cure. And I'm not a doctor. But these are all native things that I bring from my great-grandmother. Okay? Yes, we can survive. You know, one of the main things they talked about, the dry goods that I have been saying, they said beef jerky. Any kind of jerky, number one. Stock up on water, peanut butter, the crackers that I mentioned, all this stuff. If you go online on YouTube and go under survival, there's a lot of stuff that's on there that'll show you what to do. Faye and I, we bought one of those big generator deals, you know, that you can plug in all kinds of stuff, keep it going. So we're going to run those. Well, here's the deal, Richard. You can't look at it that way, you know, that it's just another COVID. To me, this one's going to be worse. And the oddity of it is, folks, they're trying to, I can't say what I want to say, but it seems to me like they're trying to eliminate us. And that's the way I'll put it. But we don't know. We just, like I keep saying, we're pawns in a chess game. We go according to what they give us. Which I don't like, but it is what it is. I hope you guys are sharing the show. It's really important because, this AI thing, they are really watching us. And I have been saying all along, number one, the Bitcoin to me is junk. Don't invest in it. Number two, this AI thing, it's moving too fast. And I've been watching a lot of reels and a lot of videos and everything, and people are agreeing. They said it's moving too fast. Even Uncle Bernie said so. And Uncle Bernie's going to be here in town for that rally. Maybe Alejandro Ocasio-Cortez is going to be there too. I don't know. Wherever Uncle Bernie goes, she goes. So, at those data centers, we don't need them because they're trying to eliminate the human being to let robots do everything. And if you value your job and you value your home and everything and you want to keep paying on it, this data centers they come up with, they're garbage. They're just to build robots. And that's Leon's stuff. So I just, my thing is I just want to move at not a turtle's pace, but I want to move slow. I'm going to put this up here. I know, it's sad. It's really sad. But it is what it is. This is why they're trying to take up all this land. And you know the funny part about it is I kind of chuckle because of the fact that they think they're going to last forever, and they're not. They think that the money that they're making and all that is going to generate amongst themselves. How many coins you get? Well, I got this, it's worthless. All of it is worthless. Hello, Rebecca. Good morning. This is why I said, everybody, they're trying to knock down the dollar bill to bring this Bitcoin up and this card that they give you. And I mentioned that card a long time ago. But I tell everybody now, hang on to your money. If it goes all the way down to the bottom where they say, well, it's not worth anything, it will be. Just be patient. Monique Quintanilla, hello, good morning. I'm hanging in there, honey. So please, everybody, just if you listen to anything I say, listen to this. Don't get involved in the Bitcoins. Go draw out money. It's going to happen soon. Go out, draw out money from the bank and get it in small bills so you have money to deal with. Because once they close the stores or the electricity goes out, the water goes out, you're going to have to deal with, well, how much you want for that? Well, give me 15 bucks. Well, I only have a 20. Okay, it's up to you. You want to give me the 20? You'll have $5 credit here if I can remember, whatever. But you're going to deal like that, okay? For any store that's going to be open. A lot of your restaurants are going to close, everything. I'm telling you guys, just please be aware of this. It's close. It's going to happen. Your vehicles on the highway are going to stop. I've said that a long time ago. And I said that we're going to have to go back to horse and buggy and bicycles. You say, well, I got a motorcycle. Okay, cool. When you run out of gas, where are you going to go to get gas? Because you need electricity to pump the gas up. You go to the store. I'd sell you it, but the register don't work. Keep this in mind, folks. It's very important. We're going to have to live a different life for a while. Yes, eventually this will blow over. It will, we'll look back at it and go, wow, we made it, But be on like be on your toes because they're gonna throw a lot of, excuse my expression, a lot of shit at us, and we have to be able to take it. Or you're gonna give in, and that's it. You pass. I don't know about you guys, but I care about my life and my wife and my family, all our families, and our friends and families. And I try my best to do everything I can to forewarn you guys. This is the stuff that we are facing. And you think I'm nuts? When I used to do my radio show down in San Antonio, I did it for 2 years. Everybody laughed at me. They called me crazy. And then, why am I on the air? Blah, blah, blah. And then things started happening about what I predicted. And then it was, hey, well, we want to know more. And then they told me, my cousin Albert told me that the phone on Monday morning, the phone would just light up. And everybody wanted to know when I was coming on, what time my show was, blah, blah, blah. How could they get a hold of me? Man. And let me tell you, folks, when I lived outside of San Antonio, for readings and that, I was busy. Sometimes I'd have like 10, 15 people a day. And it was hard to keep up with, but I did it. But when I see stuff that's coming, I know this is coming. I've been saying this, and I was going to call my good buddy Hector Alanis. They call him Hector Villa. But I found out, folks, that he passed away. He's the guy that ran the board for me and would answer the phone for me. And a lot of stuff that I predicted back in 2009 on the radio show, all of that stuff is coming out. It's been coming out. And he'd be the first one to say you were right. I have a friend of mine, Roberto, who's in San Antonio. And he tells me stuff. He goes, I remember when you said that. And I go, what? I don't remember. I got it down. He goes, I remember everything you said. He said, I don't forget. And sure enough, he's right. A lot of the stuff I said. So I'm not telling you guys this as a joke. Please understand. I am very serious when I say we are going to go. You think it's hard times now? It's going to be worse. It's almost going to be to the point where family-wise there's going to be arguments. Neighbors you got to watch out for. It's going to get crazy. And then it's going to come down to neighbor helping neighbor. And you will not be able to count on the government per se. You won't be able to lean on them. The news and everything, the people are not going to trust the news because they'll say, well, what's the truth? Is it this or is it this? And it's going to be word of mouth again. Everything is going to go back to like pioneer days. And if you think I'm full of what, that's okay. I've been laughed at many times, been ridiculed, everything. Why don't you go that? But if you're smart, you guys, there's a lot of you have been on the shows for we're going on 8 years now. And a lot of you have been with us for that long. And I'm telling you, when I say something, I'm not blowing smoke up your ear, okay? I am telling you God's honest truth, what I've seen and what I've known is coming. So you can either take it with a grain of salt or you can listen and do something. I hope you all have been buying canned goods, dry goods, and water, and stocking up on candles, everything you need to survive. As far as like antibiotics, don't forget that. You're going to have to go back to aspirins, rubbing alcohol, peroxide to clean stuff, pillows, blankets. If they shut off the electricity and you live in the northern area, in the northern hemisphere, You're going to need blankets, pillows. You're going to have to take care of your animals. If you have pets, you got to make sure that they're warm too, because you don't want to wake up to like a frozen dog, you know. And I'm being very honest with you guys. I'm hoping and praying that we do not go through this stuff. But I've already seen that it's coming. Now, I remember when I did my radio show, I said we were going to have a plague. We had it. It was COVID. After COVID and everything started dying down, I want to see about 2023, 2024. I said it's going to kick up again. It's going to get worse. Well, Richard says it's called the White Plague. So, and I said that something else was going to be in the air again. And this is why they said on March 31st, but don't wait till March 31st. Do it on March 30th. Seal your doors and windows. If you have leaky windows, seal them with tape, duct tape or whatever. Your door, your whole door, boom, like that, okay? And you're not going out that particular time. If you have a pet, try to teach your pet to go on a mat, you know, like we have those cloth mats, or not cloth, but paper mats. The dogs can go on those. You do not want to be outside sniffing any of the air. Even in your house, I'll advise this. In your house, wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Because we always say, and used to say on the CB radio, we'd rather talk with you than about you. Okay? All we can do is, I've been saying too for the longest time, pray. Pray, pray, pray. If you've never prayed before, pray now. Because it's going to get ugly. Hi, babe. Can you warm this up again?
Yeah.
I hope you guys go get water. I hope you go get canned goods. I hope you go get dry goods. To me, the ideal things they talked about was like granola bars, stuff like that. But then also canned peaches, canned pears, tuna. What is that? Oh, okay, cool. It came?
Yeah.
All right, good. Now, Faye just showed me this. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's called a mini water filtration. A mini water filtration system. You get like a plastic jug one, and you put this thing in there, and it filters the water. Okay, you can drink muddy water, and it'll do it. But I wouldn't advise drinking muddy water outside, because you never know what's out there. But here's what it's called. It's called Sawyer. It's made by Sawyer, and it's mini water filtration system. Okay. You put one in the deal and do. Can you all see that good enough? Hang on up there. I'll get it. So we never thought about that we'd ever do stuff like this, but here we are, you know, saving stuff that just to survive. It's crazy. This is really crazy, folks. Janine, thank you, dear. I wish I could put that up there. Janine says, please, people, listen to Roger. He knows what he's saying. Believe me, he is a caring and loving man. Oh, thank you. That cares for all of you. Yes, I do. I really do. Okay, Primo, my cousin Danny's got to go to work. Be careful out there. Chanda Kelly, are you still living in Grand Forks? It is good to see you on. It's been a while. Kathy Little, okay. Everybody's leaving me. Don't leave me. Leave me alone. Anyway, I don't want to preach to you guys and keep on going, but I'm trying to pound this in your head. This is very important for survival. You know, right now we're at the point, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. CBS and ABC are being bought by the oligarchs. I don't know about NBC yet. I haven't seen that. But it's going to be, I've said this a long time ago. I said, we're going to have controlled media, meaning they're going to put on what they want us to watch, like brainwashing us. Okay? Oh boy, your daughter's going to Texas this week, not next week. I don't see anything wrong right now with travel, but I'll tell you this, folks. Traveling abroad right now, I don't advise it. I do not advise it. Because, believe this or not, one of the planes can get hurt, can get hit, like to egg on the president, you know. They're going back and forth, like I can do this and you can do that, and thank God she drove the good. But I'm saying flying, I'm very much against flying right now, especially with the long lines and all that. It's a mess. So, I know it's gloom and doom, everybody, but I didn't put us there. I'm trying to forewarn you. But like I said, you think we're going through bad times now? This is nothing. And I said the dates that they talked about, in April, they said all the shelves of the stores would be empty. They also said the crashing of, and this is really heavy, the crashing of the bank system. So if you got money in there, you better know how much you got. Get a written, like a receipt, saying how much you have in there. Have a bank person sign it. So that way it's like notarized, you know. And hopefully it'll be in there afterwards. Because once the bank system goes down, it's going to take them a while to get things running back up like to where it was. Okay? Just so you know. This is why I've been saying to pull money out of the bank so you can survive, like survival money. At least, I said at least for 6 months. So, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Other than the fact, like I keep saying, pray. Pray, pray, pray. Man, it's very important to pray. And I'm not trying to shove that down your throat. Y'all are grown up enough to know what you want to accept and what you don't want to accept. Okay? You can go hide in a closet and say, it's not going to hit me. You can't hide from this. Just remember to reiterate, on the 30th, not the 31st, don't wait that long. On the 30th, make sure you seal your doors. If you have a leaky window, seal it. Okay? Make sure you have ample water. I'm talking bottled water, okay? Have water. Get canned goods, peanut butter, jelly, crackers, all that stuff. Dry goods, candles, rubbing alcohol, peroxide, bandages, pillows, covers, everything you could think of to survive. Because it's like, if you guys want to do a test run, turn off your electricity and turn off your water. Now, here's another thing that I want to talk to somebody. If there's an electrician on here that knows, once they turn off the electricity, do furnaces have like a flint that kicks in once electricity comes back on? Like a flint that kicks the pilot, and then the heater comes on again. That's one thing. Number two, what do we do for our pipes if they turn off the water? I know, thank God it's not going below zero, but you never know what's going to happen, especially in the northern area. I did. So I'm just telling you guys, trying to get you ready, okay? Okay, cuz ask Danny if the furnaces of every furnace of every house has what they call a flint, meaning like a starter to kick in the pilot. Some of them do. Some of them are electronic that automatically kick in. The same with your hot water heater. That's very important because a lot of them that still run on gas and they have a little pilot light. If you turn off the electricity and everything, does that pilot light keep going? This is all stuff to know. That's what I thought, Randy, electronic ignition. And I'm hoping that we got it. I don't mean to scare you guys. I'm trying to alert you all. We should all be ready. It's like whatever they throw at us, we need to be ready to hit it back. Okay, Randy says all new furnaces have that electronic ignition. I don't know how old ours is, but I'm hoping. So everybody, I want to go with this. And Sandra, thank you very much for putting that up. We have to pray for the divine frequencies. Pray to them. Pray to God that we get over this. And if anybody, I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody has any questions regarding what we're going to go through, how we're going to go through, whatever, you have any questions, you're in doubt about something, text me. All right? Let me know what you need. If you're in the area and you need some help with something, let me know. I'm here the same way I have to go through it. You have to go through it. I'm here to help you. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Next week, I hope that we could broadcast. I don't know if we will be or not, because they said either 3 days of darkness or 90 days of darkness. So I don't know which one it is. All I can say is I hope I see you all next week, next Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. It is 12 noon right now. And I'll say this again, pray for one another. Pray for the whole universe right now, folks. There's a lot of things we're going to go through. Yep, the petrol prices right now, and I've said this, that it's going to go up to $9 a gallon. So far, they're talking in California, it's up to $8. So just be ready, folks. And I'm going to say, because I got to make sure I get it right because my daughter Maria put it up. So Really, I mean this sincerely, folks. You guys know how I feel about you. I love all of you. So love everyone you can on this earth. Spread the word about what I'm saying, okay? And have them watch the show, to rewatch the show on YouTube under Roger Garza Sr. Psychic. Love everybody you can on this earth while you're here. Why? Because, like Maria says, and Ronnie Huff says, Rachel Salinas says, Sandra says, Kathy Little says, because love really is life. We live the life of love. Love is life, and life is love. Get that in. It's on my shirt right here. Okay? Get it embedded in your head. When you meet somebody, meet them with love. Don't criticize them. Don't try to judge them. Nothing. Just put love in your heart. Because right now we're being separated like crazy. And there's hatred. I want to squash that hatred. Step on it like it's a thing, you know. I want to squelch it all, that hatred, and replace it with love. And I can't do it alone. If you have a smile on your face, share it with somebody else, okay? And remember, I'm here if you need me. I'm always here. God bless you all, okay? And big kiss from me. My daughter, I know, is throwing a kiss. No, turn around, Maria. Take care, you guys. I'll see you all hopefully next Saturday, all right? Bye-bye.